The man was stunned. Inside his wife's clothes he found a strip of snakeskin. When she came out, he hurriedly asked what was going on. She feigned fear, saying maybe a snake had gotten into the house. To comfort her, he promised to call property management the next day. But the following morning, they reported back. They had really found snakes in his home. Not just one, but a whole nest of hundreds under the bed. Half skeptical, he nearly collapsed when he saw the photos. A terrifying thought flashed in his mind. Could his wife truly be a snake in disguise? Just days earlier, she had brought him lunch at work. Everyone was stunned that a man earning only $3,000 a month had married such a breathtaking beauty. A colleague from a snake-keeping family sensed something wrong. After she left, he asked if the man kept snakes at home. The man denied it on the spot, which only made the colleague more certain. When she arrived, he had clearly smelled a strong snake odor. He then asked what his wife feared most. The man thought for a moment and said roosters. The colleague's face grew serious. Roosters carried pure yang energy, natural enemies of snakes and other dark beings. He then made a shocking claim. The wife might be a snake demon. The man's heart pounded, but he refused to believe, thinking it was just jealousy over his beautiful wife. The colleague warned him again. It was shedding season. If he didn't believe, he should check for snakeskin at home. After work, while tidying his wife's clothes, he discovered an 8-meter snakeskin and nearly collapsed on the spot. His wife rushed into his arms, pretending to be scared, so he forced himself to stay calm, telling her not to worry. The next day, the colleague pressed him further, saying there must be a giant python hidden in his home. He explained, since the man had been married 3 months, yet hadn't shared a bed with his wife, that could only mean she wasn't fully matured yet. A snake that just took human form couldn't bear children immediately, only after shedding once. Would it be truly mature? But that was also when it was at its weakest, and the best way to replenish strength was through intimacy, draining her partner's life force. The man was enraged, refusing to believe his gentle wife could be a demon. But the colleague calculated carefully. In 3 days she would shed again, and in her weakest state, she would throw herself at him, drain him until he bled from every orifice and died. To protect him, the colleague gave him a wooden box, telling him never to part with it. It could save his life in a critical moment. To test the truth, the man suggested intimacy again. As expected, she refused. He pressed her to say when. She softly answered, in 3 days. His heart sank, exactly as the colleague had said. She cheerfully added, she had already booked a guest house to spend time with him there. On the way, he felt an eerie presence. Soon a snake slithered up toward them. He wanted to turn back in fright, but she insisted it only meant the ecology was healthy, and that they couldn't cancel on her friends last minute. Reluctantly he continued, and they arrived safely. His nerves eased. Her friends were warm hosts, serving special dishes. Their shy looks made him anticipate the night ahead. After a cup of strange-tasting wine, his head spun. She helped him into the room. Just as he prepared to claim his marital rights, she pulled out a silk ribbon, thinking it was playful. He went along obediently, but in their closeness, his hand brushed against something cold and slick, instantly sobering him. He ripped off the ribbon, but saw nothing unusual. His normally shy wife urged him to continue, so he tried again, when suddenly, a snake crawled onto his shoulder.